Mike's on.
All right, a little after 4, Keith Hernandez coming up. He's got a new book out, I'm Keith Hernandez, and he'll be chatting about that and other things. And then Bill Simmons at 5. We'll do some NBA with him. Let me get a couple of calls in here. Yanks and the A's tonight, Mets and Philly. We've touched on both of those. So Phil and Shirley, what's up, Phil?
What's going on, Mike?
What's happening?
Quick question before that, talking about the NBA playoffs. In regards to the app coming out, I remember you saying that you're looking for some aspiring young broadcasters on there. Is that your plan to maybe have some other voices on there as well?
Eventually. Not originally, but eventually, yes. Yes, it
Okay.
will. But
And
how that will be done will be explained. So I don't want people sending me stuff here because I'm not equipped to handle it, and it's not for the people here to deal with it. So it's going to have to wait till we get underway because I can't, when I'm not ready to deal with that right now. Because how people are going to send stuff has got to be sent in a very orderly and has to be sent in a fashion where it can be handled and cataloged and everything else.
Awesome.
Okay,
Definitely
but that will be part of the plan. Yes.
Awesome. I look forward to trying to audition to be on that.
Good.
But, in regards to the NBA playoffs, before it started, Mike, this year, I don't know why I got a little excited thinking that Golden State without Steph Curry and some of these other guys, them not being 100%, if they got a tough first-round matchup, it could be tough. And then seeing what LeBron had to go through in the first round, thinking like, okay, it's going to get tougher, expecting it for it to get tougher for him. But, after just these last 2 series with both of them, I'm thinking it's just going to be the same old thing. Like, we've known this for the past couple of years. It's Cleveland, Golden State every year, and Golden State's going to embarrass Cleveland. I don't give Cleveland a chance to compete
Cleveland has
with them.
no chance. Cleveland would have it. Cleveland, it would be a fast series. It would be a fast series if you took Thompson and put him with LeBron, because the bottom line is you have in LeBron the best player in the world. You have in Durant, you have the second best player in the world. You then have, after that, the next 3 best players in the series are all on Golden State.
Mike,
so that's the problem right now. It is 4 against 1 in the finals. It's not going to happen. So and you're going to have people knuckleheads say, "Oh, LeBron, see, can't win a big series." My God, this team shouldn't even be in the playoffs, no less win around in the playoffs. They were life and death to beat Indiana. They owned Toronto and they matched up against them because Toronto had nobody to offer any toughness to LeBron, while Indiana did, and Boston does. That's why this series is going to be so much harder than people are contemplating, because Boston can defend. Then they have people who can bother LeBron here. They will have a way to play defense. And they have a coach who understands how to play defense. They will be a pain in the neck in this series. The question for them is, in the tight game, late, and there's going to be tight games here, can they have a guy make a shot late? Do they have a guy they can count on to make a shot? And really the guy who has to do it is a guy who's very young. That's the bottom line. But that's the difference in this thing. And this is going to be a fascinating and I think very long series. The Houston series, I hope against hope that Houston is competitive and wins some games and at least makes that series competitive, but I don't have a lot of hope for that series, to be honest with you. I really don't. Like I said, I wish I could, but I really don't. John and Danbury, what's up, John?
Yeah, hi, Mike.
Yes.
Mike, you stole my thunder about Tyler Austin. I mean, the pitcher throws 6 balls in a row, and he swings at a ball in the dirt.
Yeah. And he's in a slump to begin with. And secondly, you got a guy who cannot get out of his own way. He's finally lost the plate after being unhittable for a couple innings, and you help him out by... That at-bat was so bad, you take a 2-0 pitch in the dirt and swing at it, and then a 2-1 pitch, you take a half a swing that absolutely made no sense, and then take strike 3 right down the middle. And then complain about the umpiring. And that pitch actually had the corner. I mean, there were pitches that were low. There were pitches that were terrible. There was one where he threw 6 balls where Aaron Boone said, that's 5 balls in a row. He was right. They were all balls. So the umpiring was bad, but That was just a really badly constructed at bat. 2-0, take a pitch. Rob in Yorktown, what's up, Rob?
Hey, Mike, welcome back.
What's happening?
Mike, listen, I get tired of hearing the folks with Cleveland and Golden State. Listen, grew up, the Celtics played the Lakers many, many times. And you had Michael playing. Here's how it goes, Mike. You know what? You're supposed to win. You're supposed to build a team to be the best, like the Yanks right now. You know what? But here's the bottom line. Why not just beat them? Beat them. That's what your job is.
They can't.
Your job is to beat them.
See, but here's the thing. Cleveland can't beat them right now. They can't beat them.
No, but I'm not talking about Cleveland. Everybody doesn't want to see Cleveland and Golden State. You know what? Beat Cleveland.
Oh, I agree with that.
Golden State.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Build a team to beat them. Stop moaning about that. It's them again. It's them again. You know what? Beat them. Just like the Celtics and Lakers every year. Beat them. Michael came along and beat them.
Hey, listen, the Lakers used to get to the finals all the time and lose to the Celtics every time. They got there year after year and lost every time. Richard in Manhattan, what's up, Richard?
Charles Barkley wasn't a great player.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
Mark Aguirre, Adrian Dantley, Marcus Johnson, Jerry Lucas,
Richard, stop it. I don't want to yell over you because I don't want to get sore throat. Yeah, you're wrong. You're wrong. He was a great player. Listen, he was a great player. He was. He wasn't the best player, but he was a great player. He was a terrific player. He never had a lot of help, you know. One year he got to the finals, and the Bulls that year had a lot of trouble defending Richard Dumas in that series. That was one of the few series where a guy really was a frustrating play, even cover for Pippen. Pippen had trouble guarding Richard Dumas in that series. He really did. But again, he didn't have great players around him. He was a great player. If in your definition of what a great player is, Barkley's a great player. He's a Hall of Famer. He's legitimately a top player. Now, he never won anything. He never won anything in college. He never won anything in the pros. It's just the way it worked out. But he was a great player. Now, again, he's not LeBron James. He's not Michael Jordan. He's not Bill Russell. I'm not putting him on that level. I'm not saying he's a top 10 player. I'm not saying he's even a top 20 player. But he was a great player. He's a top 50 player. If a top 50 guy makes you a great player, he's a great player. Nick in Manalapan. What's up, Nick?
Hey, Mike. So I just wanted to get your take on something. So I have a lot of arguments with my friends about MJ and LeBron, and so I'm doing some research the other day, with LeBron being in the Eastern Conference Finals again, and I come across this website, MJ versus LeBron.net. Right. And I've never seen this thing before.
No, either have I. No.
I bet your kids might know about it, Mike.
I don't know.
If you go on this site, you put in these different scenarios, and it tells you who comes out on top.
How would they prove it, though?
I mean, I don't know. They have some kind of algorithm or something.
You see, I don't buy it because I don't see how you would. But what is there? What is it? So who wins? Who wins?
A different guy comes on top, so it gives you the definitive answer.
Based on what? I mean, based on who the opponent is?
That?
How do they decide who the better player is?
I don't know. It's some kind of algorithm.
No, I'm saying, but who wins? You said you looked at it. Who won, Jordan or LeBron?
Well, it depends on what you put in. So they have different, like MJ, MJ on the '96 Bulls versus, LeBron.
I see, but I can't myself. I can't take that stuff seriously because I just don't understand what they use as a criteria. They were very different players playing in different eras. They are not. They're not very alike players. What LeBron's strength was not Jordan's strength. Jordan's strength was not LeBron's strength. Jordan was a shooter. He was a pure two-guard. He was a big shot maker. He was a last-game shot taker. He was a quintessential two-guard. That's what he was. He was not an every position player. He was not a LeBron who played 1, 2, 3, 4. He was not a LeBron who handled the ball the whole game and got 10 rebounds. That's not who he was. They're very different players. LeBron is much more like an Oscar Robertson or a Magic Johnson, except he's a much better scorer than Magic Johnson. But he's a lot more like them than he was even like Magic. Jordan was much more like Kobe in terms of he's better, but I mean much more like him in terms of how they played the game. They're both scoring guards. That's what they were. LeBron is not a scoring guard. He is a multi-positional freak. He can play the 4, play the 1. Rob in Medford, what's up, Rob?
Mike, how are you?
What's happening?
Really quick before the Mets.
I'm sorry, one more time.
Big man.
I'm sorry, you got to call back. I can't hear you. Ian in Belmore, what's up, Ian?
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Good, what's happening?
Just want to say happy you're back. It's really made the afternoon drive a lot better.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
So my only question is, so as a Met fan, you start up the year super hot, and obviously everyone's pretty happy about it.
Right.
And then you go back into Met mode, what we're used to and everything. So do you see the Mets making a move, if they stay 500 ball by the trade deadline, maybe getting Machado? I've heard that.
No, I don't see that. I don't see that. That's not the Mets way. It's not the Mets way.
Yeah, people are saying that, but I just don't see them doing that. They go out and get Mazzucaro. I mean, you got him for Harvey, so that's whatever. And then you put him at catcher, and he goes. Yeah,
but they got him because he was worthless to the Mazzucaro was worthless to the Reds. They didn't want him anymore.
Yeah, but it's just sad that we have 3 or 4 catchers that are a bunch of nobodies, and I want to get your input. Do you think they'll get someone, or do you think this is the Mets' life? We're going to continue to live this?
I think the Mets will only add players during the season this year if they have a reason to do it, which means they're in a pennant race. If they're not in the pennant race, I don't think they'll be adding players. No, I don't think that would be the case. I really don't. So I don't think that's the case. From Eddie Coleman, Vargas will skipping Vargas on Tuesday. He'll pitch a simulated game on Tuesday. Mets with off days on Monday and Thursday are skipping Vargas in the rotation. That makes sense. How about the next start? Plan it out for some time, maybe September 18th, 19th, something like that, the way he's pitching. Bill in Marlboro, what's up, Bill? What's Phil? What's happening? Oh, it's Bill. What's up, Bill?
Hey, no, I just want to say that Barkley Shaq thing was interesting.
Yeah, it was.
The reason I called Mike, I don't want to, be negative or whatever, but I watched Phil and Tiger yesterday, and they looked washed up. They really looked.
I think they will look like that at tough tournaments and big tournaments. I think they will look more like that than they will look like world beaters at this point. I think that is. That's why when everybody asks me, will they win another major? I keep telling people I'm not sure either of them will win another major because of the fact I just don't know if they have 4 rounds where they can play on that level. Now, Tiger Woods is under par right now, but under par right now gets you 65th in the tournament. Phil is 8 over par. Tiger is 1 under par, which is credible. He's 1 under par for the tournament, which is okay. And it's not a bad 2 days. He's under par, but that puts him in 65th place right now.
You know what? There's just so many good young guys.
There are.
It's hard for them now. It's really hard for them.
It's very hard for them. They can't hit the ball off the tee with enough authority and straight enough to compete.
Good to have you back.
Thank you. That's the bottom line. They just don't. Phil does not generate the club head speed that he used to. Tiger cannot keep his driver in the fairway. And, on courses where you have to drive the ball, there's nothing he can do. Tiger played a credible couple of rounds. Now, I don't even know if I don't know what the cut is right now. I haven't been watching that. Mons, come in and put the golf on for me, please. Thanks. Let me see where the cut line is right now. I would say the cut line is probably right around -1, I would think. Because the lead is 10 under, so it's probably right around there. So that's 60 players. They teed off with 140, so I'm saying the cut line's probably right around par, right around even or 1 under. Right now, Phil is not making the cut. He had a terrible day. He's 8 over for the tournament. He really blew up today. He didn't play that badly yesterday, but he had a couple of bad holes late yesterday. He wound up today. Yesterday he shot a 73. Today he shot a 79. Tiger went 72, 71. He's 1 under par. Now for the leaders, you have Charles Schwartzel is 10 under. Patrick Cantley is 10 under. Hadley is 9 under. Day is 8 under. You still have guys on the course playing right now like Webb Simpson and Steve Strick. Steve Strick is in at 8 under. Webb Simpson's on the course. He's 8 under. Kuchar's 7 under. Sergio 7 under. Rahm is 6 under. Dustin Johnson has not. He's just getting on the way now. He's got to be on the way. I don't have a score for him though. I have him 6 under from yesterday and just playing 1 hole so far today. So I got to update him. See where he is. Oh, right now he's halfway through today and he's 5 under. He's 1 over as he makes the turn. So he's 1 over for the tournament for the day. 5 under for the tournament. So 10 under leads the tournament. Webb Simpson now has moved to 11 under as he makes the turn, so he's 11 under. So that's where we are right now. And as far as Tiger and Phil is missing the cut. Tiger's right on the cut line. Matt in Northport, what's up, Matt?
Hey, Mike. Tough to have anything bad to say about the Yanks right now, but I'm just curious, like, a lot of these teams, the leadoff hole, you got Judge hitting second. That's kind of like the new thing to put your best hitter second.
Right.
And a lot of these guys, Springer hitting leadoff. I know the Cubs have let off Rizzo.
Right.
Bryce Harper, even we've seen. With Gardner hitting 200, down into double plays, bunting with 2 strikes, he kind of looks lost up there. Why not do like Didi or just get somebody, even
Didi's
Hicks,
not
Gardner down to the 9 hole?
Didi's not a leadoff hitter.
Well, I mean, but Gardner looks more like your classic leadoff hitter. He's a speed guy.
Do you know who the leadoff hitter is on? Do you know who the leadoff hitter is on this team in the future?
Who's that?
Torres.
All right, I can say.
Not yet, though. Not yet. Don't put him under that pressure yet.
No, he's not disciplined enough.
Don't put him under that pressure. I think he is disciplined enough. I disagree with you. I think you see him take enough walks. I think he will take pitches. I think he will walk. I think he will be a leadoff hitter. I think next year it'll probably be Torres, Judge 1-2. Gaudy, leave him there for a couple of reasons. Number one, he's going to hit better than that. The other night you saw him get 2 doubles and a triple in the game. Okay. Number 2, he takes a ton of pitches. He and Judge at 1-2 take more pitches first, second in the order than anybody in baseball. They take more.
He tends to take some fastballs down the middle.
But he takes a ton of pitches, Gaudy. Listen, I don't think Gaudy's going to be your problem. I really don't think he will be. Now, I'm not telling you he's going to hit 320, but he's not going to be your problem. He plays a great left field, and he'll get enough big hits that you'll be fine with him. Leave him alone right now. I do think that Torres is your future leadoff hitter, though. We're coming to you live from the Town Fair Tire Studios, powered by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.